May I have the youth choir to the bima, please? Youth choir to the bima. And teen choirs, youth and teen choirs.
Other than for people sitting in the back who we had extra seats.
Why don't you come stand on the other side of Zoe?
I don't know if we have a seat.
No, you're definitely not right next to Zoe. You're actually taller than Eden, which is good. Oh, you're not going to be there either.
We'll just let them know.
You're right here?
Alright. Yeah, high heels.
I saw her earlier.
If I were high heels, I'd maybe I should
All right.
start here.
Can you go and sit next to me over there?
Is it?
There's somebody else.
Oh, are they?
What?
Nowhere to be found.
Why? I need somebody to go get them because we have to start services now.
Go get them soon.
I don't know yet.
Get high heels. Should I wear high heels?
Zoe, do you like my name tag?
Wow. Just cross out that. Abby, put your finger over the Emily. Put your finger over the Emily part. I should have done that. I feel weird. I ate 7 slices of pizza.
They're behind me.
I know.
Oh, Max just came.
All right, right here. Thank you. All right, let's. Guys, listen up, okay? Listen up. Just for a second, guys. 1 second, just calm down, okay? I need, let's see. Alley Cat, right here. Perfect. Wait, no. Noah, I need you right over here next to Eliora. Stop it, Noah. Microphones are on, and we're being live streamed right now, so they can hear you. And Talia, I want you. Actually, Talia and Talia. Perfect. Stop. Now, I want you right here. Yes, we're gonna do 3 rows. Come on, guys. Please don't talk. Just mute. Right next to. Perfect. Max, right here. Olivia, right here. Next to Max. All right. Perfect. I can see you all. Guys, facing forward, arms at your sides. Hey, stop talking. These microphones are on, and we're live streaming, which means everyone's hearing everything you're saying. Okay? Check. Check.
I'm an actor.
walk down the street.
And me come over as well.
You come up on the street.
Okay.
Bar is on the street in town. How are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, סופרו וגויים בקולו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו. כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא עד כל אלוהים, כי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים, ואדוני זרמים עשה. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בזרו מיום ליום ישועתו. עוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו. Sing unto God a new song of praise. Sing unto God all the earth. Let the heavens be glad and the earth exalt. Let the sea roar and all unite. לפני אדוני כי בא לשפוט הארץ, לשפוט תבל בצדק ועמים באמונתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בזרו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
What a blessing it is to be here in this sacred space. For the past 98 years, members of Temple Beth El have gathered here to celebrate Shabbat, to connect and to be present with one another, where we sit alongside one another from different backgrounds and political persuasions, grateful for all that we have in common and all that we have to learn from one another. This has been a week that begs for Shabbat. This week we have mourned for the loss of 9 people who lost their lives in a helicopter crash, including a beloved LA sports hero. This week we have commemorated the 75th anniversary of Auschwitz concentration camp. This was a week filled with anxieties about the coronavirus and the divisive debates in our Senate. We gather at the end of this politically and emotionally charged week to celebrate in the restorative calm of our Shabbat day. Throughout our 98-year history, Temple Beth El has always been a source of comfort at times of discomfort, and a source of joy at moments of great celebration. In addition to the sense of peace that comes with Shabbat this evening, we add an opportunity for great rejoicing. This Shabbat, we celebrate in all the sacred work that our beloved Cantor Davidson has done for our community over the past 25 years. We begin our service this evening by lighting our Shabbat candles together. Lighting candles is a distinctive honor in our community. So tonight, in addition to honoring Cantor Davidson, we also honor his family. His wife, Jody Davidson, who has also done so much for our community. We can go on and on about her. And their daughter, Zoe, who I believe is here, who is up here because she was singing so beautifully just a moment ago. And Zoe will be coming up also on behalf of her sister, Jordan, who is in Israel, but who is very much present in heart right now. We're also inviting up the Cantor's sister, Shelley, brother-in-law Mark, brother Jonathan, and sister-in-law Deborah to come up and lead us in the Shabbat candles. Please come up, and as is our tradition at the temple, I invite everyone to please rise as we light our candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of generations of Israel who have kindled the light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with your mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Amen.
And in addition, we are going to turn to our Kiddush blessing. And tonight for the Kiddush blessing, we happen to have a really special treat because, as we know, the Cantor's grandfather, hopefully we can figure this out.
Somebody may have, by the way, if you'll just double check your phones and make sure that nobody's phones are on and playing the live streaming, because I have a feeling that that might be what's going on.
So one thing, as we all check that, is that we know the Cantor comes from a line of Cantors. And as I understand, his grandfather had a really special melody for the Kiddush. So I'd love to invite up Rabbis Nadia and Victor Gross to lead us in the Kiddush.
So I just want to say something to you, Elon. It is true that we descend from a line of chazanim. So Ilan comes by his beautiful voice honestly. 25 years ago, you thought you had a different plan for your life. And I want to say to all of you that I bullied him into applying for this job. And I'm not going to apologize to you now for bullying you 25 years ago, because I think that this is proof that this was truly your path. I want to bless all of you for the wisdom that this congregation has shown in loving this amazing chazan into his unfolding, in helping him find his family, in providing a home, a second home for them to grow in and to become something truly wonderful that I am really proud to see.
So my teacher, when I was at JTS back in the 60s, Abraham Joshua Heschel, gave a speech, which I sent you so many years ago, called The Art of the Cantor. And what it said in that article was, the cantor is not a performer. A cantor is not an impresario, but a cantor is truly a shaliach tzibur, a representative of the congregation to install into everybody the desire to pray to the Almighty. And over these 25 years, on the occasion when Nadia and I have been here, one of the gratifying things that we saw was the accomplishment of you, Ilan, to get this community to at times beseech the Almighty, to praise the Almighty, to be gratitude to the Almighty for the gifts that have been given in this world. So after 25 years, it's time to acknowledge on the part of this congregation the gifts that He has given to all of you.
So this is the Kiddush that I grew up hearing most Shabbases. Yom Hashishi, ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויכל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה, ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. סברי, ברוך אתה יא אלוהינו רוח העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה יא אלוהינו רוח העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצבנו, ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית. כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת והורינו קידשת עם כל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה יא מקדש השבת.
You may be seated. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Awesome. So when we light the Shabbat and we say our blessing over wine, we do so at moments of sacred transition. The Kabbalists viewed this hour of twilight as one of transition. Neither day nor light, this is a time in between this world and the next, they said. Shabbat becomes sanctified at this moment, on the precipice of a new day, a day of rest, a day of reflection, and a day of sacred connection. So we invite up Cantor Sarah Haas to lead us in Yedid Nefesh, a piyut of longing and yearning for closeness with God.
ידיד נפש, אב הרחמן, משוך עבדך אל רצונך, ירוץ עבדך כמו הים, ישתחווה, ישתחווה, מול עדריך, ערב לו, ידידותך, מנופת צור וכל טעם. הדור נא זיו העולם, נפשי חולת אהבתך, הנהל נא רפנה לה, בהרות לנו זיווה, אז תתחזק ותתרפא, והייתה לך שפחת עולם. ידיד נפש,
We continue by welcoming the ministering angels of Shabbat with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yai la 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 la, Yai la 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 la, Yai la 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 la. Yai lai 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 lai, Yai la la lai, Boachem leshalom, Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Yai la la la, mi melech, Malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai la 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 ya la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 Barachuni leshalom Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Yai la la la, mi melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai la la la. Seitchem leshalom Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Yai la la la, mi melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yai la 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 ya la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 la. So Nadia spoke of our long relationship with Chazanut. But that relationship stems all the way back to the hills of Sfat. Stems all the way back to our distant cousin, Shlomo Halevi Alkabetz, who wrote the words of Lecha Dodi. This beautiful poem, acrostic, that welcomes Shabbat each and every week. As the Kabbalists of Sfat would go out to see the last bit of sunlight as it drifted away and return with their torches lit, celebrating and singing and knowing that it was time to welcome and usher in the Shabbat bride. This next melody, actually I should say that all of the melodies that you are hearing tonight, you'll notice composers' names written on, because each of the melodies that we are hearing tonight, minus the ones that we're accustomed to, which you'll see as well, each of those melodies that we are hearing tonight were gifts to me for my 25th anniversary from friends and colleagues who are songwriters in the Jewish community. But there were two little holes in that liturgy, one of which was Lecha Dodi. And so I took it upon myself to follow in my family's tradition and to write this melody that actually was commissioned several years ago, unbeknownst to them, because it was part of a silent auction that we had here at the temple. But this melody is my gift to Gail and Elliot Swartz for the commission that they bought at a silent auction several years ago here at the temple.
Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Shamor v'zachor בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם מול תפארת בלי תהילה לך דודי לקראת כלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת כלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה התעוררי כי בעורף מאורי אורי שלדה בהרי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בואי ושלום עטרת בלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בעלה לך דודי לך דודי לקראת כלה הנה שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה הנה שבת נקבלה
And since we are all standing, why don't we take just a moment to greet one another and wish each other a Shabbat Shalom.
I'm wearing heels. Turn this way. To where Noam standing. Noam, you scoot this way a little bit. You're right there. Then scoop.
You guys can go sit down. Good job.
Yes.
Shabbat shalom, dude.
Now that we have begun greeting one another, we'll have more of a chance to schmooze and get to know one another even better after services. But I want to invite everyone to direct their hearts to our call to worship, our Baruch Hu. Everyone, please rise once more if you're able to do so. If you have a Siddur, we are on page 146 as we continue with the Baruch Hu.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam va'ed. Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai.
Page 148, we offer our prayer for creation. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name, ever-living God. May you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv haravim. And on page 150, Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu lamadata. Let's continue in the English. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated if you wish.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. נבואנו כזאת וקם עלינו, כי
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered at Sinai. We bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
2, 1, 2, 3. מי כמוך ואין לי אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש.
כמוך ואלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש.
Who is like you among the gods we worship? Who is like you? Awesome, holy God.
Who is like you among the gods we worship? Who is like you? Awesome, holy God.
Nora tehilot oseh peleh. Nora tehilot oseh peleh.
Nora tehilot oseh peleh. Nora tehilot oseh peleh.
מלכותך ראו בניך, חוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלינו באמרות, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. מי
Nora tehilot oseh
אדוני, מי
Nora tehilot oseh peleh.
Who is like you among the gods we worship? Who is like you? Awesome holy God, Malchutecha ra'u banecha. Volkei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze Eli anu ve'ameru. Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Who is like you among the gods we worship? Who is like you? Awesome holy God, awesome holy God, awesome holy God, awesome holy God.
We go from this Micha Mocha prayer of great celebration to the Hashkivenu prayer. Now, the Hashkivenu prayer, as we know, only comes at nighttime. It is the response to darkness, a prayer asking God to protect us in the uncertainty of night. In this week's Torah portion, we read about a plague of darkness. The 9th plague in Egypt is a pervasive darkness. The Torah says a thick darkness transcended upon all of Egypt. People could not see one another. No one could get up from where he was. This was a plague not just about darkness and uncertainty, but also one of loneliness. As Rabbi Yitzchak Meir of Ger taught, the darkness was not just visual, it was metaphorical. The world had been made dark by a failure to see and respond to the needs of others. When we offer the Hashkivenu prayer, in the dark of night, we ask God to protect us. But the words of the prayer offer more still. They ask God to spread over us a tabernacle of peace and to guide us with good counsel. Just as we pray to God to protect us, we compel ourselves to reach out to one another. Only by reconnecting can we bring back the safety of light into our world.
Shelter us, 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 shelter us. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu. Lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu. Lechaim, lechaim.
Shelter us, shelter us.
Lechaim,
Shelter us.
Lechaim,
Shelter us, shelter us.
Shelter us, shelter us, shelter us, shelter us. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu. Lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu. Lechaim,
Shelter us, shelter us.
Lechaim,
Shelter us, shelter us.
לחיים,
shelter us, shelter us,
לחיים,
shelter us, shelter us.
Shelter us.
We continue with the words of Vishamru. You can find them on page 162 or up on the screen behind us.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, וביום השביעי, וביום השביעי שבת וינבש.
Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel once said, "To pray is to dream in league with God, to envision his holy visions." We turn to our Amidah, the standing prayers, on page 164 in your books. I invite everyone who is able to do so to please rise.
Create a pure heart within me. Let my soul wake up in your light. Open me to your presence, and flood me with your Holy Spirit. Then I will stand and sing. I will stand and sing. Sing out the power of your forgiveness. I will stand and sing. I'll stand and sing. Sing out the power of your forgiveness. Create a pure heart within me. Let my soul wake up in your light. I will teach your love to the lonely. I will teach your love to the lonely, and the lost will find their way back home. Adonai Safatai Tiftach, Adonai Safatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid Ehilatecha. And and I will stand and sing. I will stand and sing. Sing out the power of your forgiveness. I will stand and sing. I will stand and sing. Sing out the power of your forgiveness. Adonai, open my lips. Adonai, open my lips, that my mouth will declare your praise, and my mouth will declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei Avoteinu ve'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. יחיו לרצון נמרי פי, יחיו לרצון נמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my rock and my redeemer. יהיו לרצון נמרי פי, יהיו לרצון נמרי פי, והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי, אדוני צורי
We take a moment in the service to think about people in our community, people in our hearts who are in need of some kind of healing, be that healing of mind, healing of body, or healing of spirit. I invite anyone who has the name of someone who they would like to offer this prayer for to say their name aloud as my arm goes around the room. Did I miss anyone else? Sorry, go ahead. You pointed over there.
Elaine Grove and Richard Cerrone.
For everyone whose names we've said out loud and for everyone whose names we keep silently in our hearts, we wish for them to have a refuah shlema, a quick and speedy recovery.
רפאנו אדוני ונרפא.
הושיענו ונבשע.
אל קרוב לכל קוראיו.
הקרוב לרעיו ישור. We pray for healing of the body.
We pray for healing of the soul,
For strength of flesh and mind and spirit. We pray to once again be whole. Elna refana. Oh, please heal us Refuat ha-nefesh, refuat ha-guf, refuat shelema. Heal us now.
Heal us now.
Heal us now.
Heal us now.
הושיע את עמך וברך את נעלתך ורחים ונשאים את העולם.
מי שברך אבותינו, מי שברך אמותינו, ענה אדוני הושיענה. We pray for healing of our people.
We pray for healing of the land
And peace for every race and nation, every child, every woman, every man. Elna refana.
Oh, please heal us now.
Please heal us
Refuat
now.
ha-nefesh,
Refuat ha-guf, refuat shelema. Elna refana. Oh, please
heal us now.
Please heal us
Refuat
now.
ha-nefesh,
Refuat ha-guf, refuat shelema.
heal us now.
Heal us now.
Heal us now.
Heal us now. Heal us now.
So now we get to move to something really fun. Because we have a lot of people here who are here to celebrate so much that our phenomenal Cantor brings to our community, and not just our temple community, but our community in general. And so I have the pleasure of calling up Malia Blake, on behalf of Congresswoman Barragan to do a presentation for our wonderful cantor. Don't be shy now.
I got to sit down.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
My name is Malia Blake. I'm here on behalf of Congresswoman Annette Betegon. She could not be with us all tonight, but she is sending her best wishes to you, Cantor Davidson, as we celebrate 25 years here tonight. So we have a certificate of congressional recognition for you, and then I'll just briefly read the remarks. So it's a certificate of congressional recognition presented to Cantor Davidson in honor of 25 years of service at Temple Beth El. I commend your dedication, commitment, and leadership not only here at the Temple Beth El, but throughout San Pedro and our entire 44th Congressional District. You are a pillar of hope for our community, and I look forward to supporting you in your efforts. So you always have a place here in the 44th District in our hearts and our home, and thank you for having me all tonight.
Oh, thank you for
Thank
coming,
you.
Malia. Thank you so much. Beautiful, thank you.
And there is more.
But wait.
But wait, there's more. So I'd love to invite up our Councilman Vizcaíno to make a presentation from the city.
Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi Cassie. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Love this man. I'm glad that we all got through January. It's been a rough month, a rough week, but thank God for Temple Beth El. Thank God that we're able to come together in Shabbat services in a time where this country is suffering divisiveness, so much pain, but we come together in prayer and love and inclusiveness. I walked in here and Dr. Bruce Levine, who's a dear friend, and his wife Irma put a kippah right away. Just you need one of these. And then Irma goes, he needs a clip. Get a clip. And then Dr. Levine says, here's my clip, but I want it back.
He knows you.
That's right. And Brother Scott Allen, who I played ball with growing up. I love you, brother. Good to see you and your beautiful family. But Elon, I'm here on behalf of the residents that I serve in the 15th Council District to wish you well on your retirement.
What?
Yes!
The best part is he's going to pay for my retirement, so that's fantastic.
Jody, 25 years of service. I heard Temple Beth El's looking for a new cantor. But just kidding, he's not retiring, for the record. 25 years of service, 25 years of your dedication, of your service to the kids here, and sharing your love of faith through song and prayer, through many celebrations over the 25 years, times of happiness, times of mourning. You have been through it all. And we are ever grateful. But aside from where you see him here at the temple singing and praying, he has a great love for Jody and his daughters. He is an incredible husband, an amazing father. And what Kobe taught us this week was to ensure that fathers step up and be loving fathers to their daughters. There's a big hashtag going on, you may have seen it, Girl Dad, right? And to bring up Zoe?
That's Zoe.
Zoe, sorry.
Jordan's
in Israel. That moment where you brought up Zoe really reflected and really recognized who you are as a father. And you have been a mentor to me and many others in our town in San Pedro. Jody, thank you for sharing him with us. I know it's a lot of sacrifices, but we love you and thank you as well. And then before I present the resolution, a quick story. Recently, back in October, we had the Festa Italiana we launched the Little Italy on 6th Street. And now Elon has not 1 ounce of Italian blood in him. Maybe, I don't know.
Who knows?
But there was a drawing, a raffle of a round trip airfare to Milan. And sure enough, we said the number, and here comes Elon running down 6th Street. It's me, I got it, it's me. He calls up Jody, you can never imagine. We're going to Italy. That was one of many moments, but it goes to show Elon has been also a community advocate for us and is always ever present. The Dotson Middle School, performing arts, he has just been a champion for our arts and performing arts in our community, and has been a huge booster to ensure that our kids have an opportunity to shine on stage. So we love you, and on behalf of the city, we're going to rename 6th Street Elon Davidson Boulevard. Just kidding. I'm going to get calls in my office. Everyone's got to change their address. We're not doing that. You got to give 25 more years to change the street. This is a resolution, and we do resolutions in the city of Los Angeles. We have to submit a motion and get approval from the entire city council, and it was passed unanimously. And it just reflects his life and his dedication to Temple Beth El, and his dedication to his faith and to his community. I'll have you read it. I'll be here for the next hour if I read it all. But God bless you. We love you, and thank you so much. Love you, Joe. Oh, yeah.
Now I'm going to get another email from you with a picture.
So finally, a heartfelt mazel tov, toda rabbah.
And he doesn't have an ounce of Jewish blood in him, but he does it pretty well. So
So you can't go too far yet,
Okay.
because
I'll
we
sit
still
back
have a few things that are going on. So originally the plan was that at this point we would have a cantor who's been really important in your life come up and offer some words to you. Someone who you've studied with, someone who I understand officiated at your wedding. Cantor Sam Redwine. And he had planned to come here today, except there was a bereavement in a congregation and he needed to attend to the family. So instead, he sent a note, a prayer that he wanted me to say on his behalf. And this is what he said. Though I had planned to be with you tonight, we all know the old Yiddish proverb, man plans and God laughs. Though I had to return to my congregation in Arkansas to be with a bereaved family, please know that my heart is here with you and all of my friends at Temple Beth El in this joyous celebration of your 25 years. As our beloved friend, Rabbi David Lieb of blessed memory, might have said about tonight, it's good for the Jews. Though we had only met on the phone, Rabbi Cassie so graciously invited me to offer a blessing in your honor. This was to be a surprise, but here's the surprise: I find myself unable to do the blessing. There are no words above or beyond the many blessings that you yourself offer to this community every day, as you have done for the last 25 years and with God's help for a long time in the future. Personal aside, retirement, meh. I just imagine the hand motion and what he sent me, right? But as I relinquish to you the title of Senior Cantor of the South Bay, I did that knowing that you understood the nature of blessing. Indeed, we don't bless, God blesses us. And through our work, you share that blessing. The blessing that you share comes in many forms: your amazing vocal talents, your great musicianship, your ability to lead and teach all ages, but most of all, it is the loving heart with which you lead this Kahal Kodesh, this holy congregation. It is the loving heart that brought together you and Jody and your precious daughters. This is the blessing I point out tonight. not a blessing that I give. God has given all of us these blessings, and may God continue to bless all of us through you, my dear friend. Ken Yehi Ratzon, Cantor Sam Radwine. There are so many people in our community here who would love to offer words of blessing, and there's not enough time in the day in order for everyone to be able to do that. But there are a few people on behalf of the congregation who I'd like to invite up. And first of all, on behalf of the Torah School, on behalf of Naor and Speedy, and all of our youth and the junior choir and everyone who you have such a big part in their lives, I'd like to invite up Maxine Lieb and Sarah Gill to offer a short blessing that they created using words that the Torah School used to describe you. Every class was asked words to describe you, and this is what they wrote based on those words.
To Cantor.
We're so glad that you care.
You always look great with your unicorn hair.
You're super duper with the beautiful voice.
You're kind and silly and really nice.
You believe in us like no one else could.
The pressure is fine because we know we'll do good.
We're lucky to have you when we come B'nai Mitzvah.
Weddings, baby namings, and getting through Shiva.
May you continue to be caring, loving, and smart.
Warm and inviting, and that's just the start.
You're patient for our hatching like a warm mother hen.
And to that you know that we say Amen.
And there are a bunch of cards and notes from so many people in Torah School that they want to present to you. It is overflowing. Look at all these colors.
Beautiful.
All this love.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And by the way, Maxine, I just want to point out that noise, that is absolutely your papa. Right there. That is a Papa Rabbi rhyme, noise.
Well, it's also a kid from the Torah School noise.
Really? That was a kid from the Torah? It wasn't even you?
It was on the list.
Thank you, girls. Thank you so much.
Thank you both so much. A lot of what the Cantor does in our temple, well, one of the many, many things, as we know, is to do with cultural arts, to do with the beautiful music, some of which we've heard this evening. And so on behalf of all the cultural arts that you bring here, I'd like to invite up Grant Perry to say a few words.
Uh-oh. Use that microphone.
So when Rabbi Cassie called me and said, you know, you do cooking with the Cantor, you do all these things with food, you work with the youth choir, you work with the adult choir you've been in, and you're in the Moody Jews, you play in the Moody Jews. Why don't you talk about cultural arts? And I thought to myself, that is for sure the first time Moody Jews and cultural arts have ever been in the same sentence. You created a first, Rabbi, a first, yeah. So as it goes to the cooking with the Cantor and all these other things, and concerts under the stars and salon concerts, there is no secret. Every single person in this room who has met Cantor for 30 seconds knows that he has the energy and enthusiasm and the attention span of a 12-year-old. And that, once in a while, my wife says to me, or I say to my wife, that energy and enthusiasm is going to kill me. But it's a labor of love to schlep equipment and to make dinners and to just revel in the energy and enthusiasm that I could only wish I have. But when I thought about music, I thought I'd give you a little peek behind the curtain. It's okay. What happens on youth choir trips when the kids have gone to their guest homes is safe, okay? I'd only incriminate myself. But what always amazes me about him when we do youth choir is his patience. Along with all that energy and enthusiasm and that amazing voice, that amazing musicianship that you all know, He's patient. He is always loving and supporting. You got a world-class tenor trying to get a second-year-old to follow the melody. I'm done. I'm just the band. I'm just going to play, right? And he, over and over, it's patience. It's always from a place of support. And then the times that he works with us in the Moody Jews, and we're like, you only gave this 5 minutes ago. He said, it's okay. I'm going to lead you through it. It's all going to be good. He just makes it work. But for all that patience, I haven't been in the adult choir for a few years now, but for all that patience that he has with the children, trust me, he has more with the adult choir. And they need more. They need more. Do they still mess around in the back row?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Where's my tenor friend Gail? Yeah, don't worry, you're safe too. I won't. It gets a bit irreverent in the back row.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite thing that he does is with the adult choir. I haven't been in it a long time, but I know what he does. I know how it happens, and I'll paraphrase it. He says it so much more eloquently to the choir than I can say it. But before every high holiday service, he gathers the choir together in the Taos room where we've been rehearsing, and he gives us a little pep talk just before the service. And for at least one, maybe two services during that time, one of his themes in that pep talk is not to go out and sing, but to go out and pray. So, what I realize about Ilan is that he doesn't just sing, although he sings well, he prays. Your song is holy. I love you.
You think you're done, but nope. So, in addition to all of this music and cultural arts, and now I know, not the same thing. Only been here 7 months, I have a lot to learn. But there is so much that has been built that is sacred here. It was built by Rabbi Lieb, it was built by Rabbi Briskin, and it was certainly built by you as well. And so, on behalf of so much that is built here at the temple, I'd like to invite up George Mayer to say a few words.
So they stole most of my speech. But I just have to reiterate, the service couldn't happen without this voice here. And the enthusiasm he brings, and the childish humor and attitude is all part of the magic that he brings to this congregation. It was also wonderful working with him on not only the endowment, but the building campaign. He's a remarkable marketing person and had fabulous insight into historical memory of our community. But during the building campaign, he also has a wonderful eye. And as we're designing the lobby, the reason we have the gift shop where it is because Alon said, maybe we can open up the entry and move the gift shop to the front. The beautiful entry we have is thanks to Alon's wonderful suggestion about how we were going to improve and enhance this facility we all love. One of the best kept secrets at Temple Beth El is the meditation Shabbat, which he does once a month. And as it was said again before me, but I'll be redundant. Not only does he have a wonderful voice, but when he talks about the Parsha or what we're reading or studying, this is a man that has great intellect that goes with that silly personality. And it is one of the most beautiful services that I enjoy every month. Until recently, probably the most entertaining, except for the last 6 months, when on Shabbat in this sanctuary, it is also wonderful. But the best thing about having built all this together was that after the meeting that started around 8 or 9 o'clock but didn't ever end when it was supposed to, we'd always have an opportunity to go to lunch. And some of the people that were working on these committees would always find a hole in the wall that we loved, and a group of us would always go there, and that was always a great way to end a building or endowment campaign. But the best thing that Alon ever did was fall in love with the remarkable woman that's in his life. And the two of them make an incredible package that we adore. And we're so grateful to have had the years with you and your girls and have the privilege to watch them grow throughout their life. We love you.
Thank you so much, George. And this would not be complete by a long shot without our phenomenal presidents. On behalf of the board, on behalf of so much of the wonderful leadership of our temple, to say some words to Alon.
Fantastic. Fantastic, Bob Epstein. I'm Gail Schwartz, and babe,
And I'm Eric Emily.
I'm sorry about the Pats not being there this Sunday, sweetie. A fiddler on the roof. Sound crazy? No. But in our own little village of Beth El, we can certainly say that Alon Davidson is our own cantor on the roof. Trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck is not always easy. You may ask, why does he stay up there if it's so dangerous? He stays because just like Tevi and Anatevia, Beth El is his home, right here with all of us. However, that is not a complete picture. Both towns are small compared to the big cities nearby. Both are isolated by terrain that surrounds them. Each town is filled, Gail, with dedicated people.
Filled.
Who love and support one another.
One could say that Elon is our very own would be a dreamer with the energy and the drive to bring those dreams into reality. Elon clearly knows what it is that it takes and what is really important in life. Family, as so many have said, but not only the family of his blood, but the bigger, much bigger family of his heart, his friends, community, performing mitzvot, tikkun olam, and finding ways to make the inconceivable happen. Elon also nurtures our communal spiritual soul and the soul of TBE with his magnificent voice, his large personality, his loud and infectious laugh, his silly sense of humor, and his incomparable compassion and sensibility in times of need.
Well said, Gail.
Thank you, Eric.
How do we, as a community, stay grounded in the past while looking forward into the future? How do we keep our balanced perch precariously on a pointed roof. In one word, Bob, tradition. Elan is certainly the keeper of the community memory. If we need to know what happened in 1996, or the how or why we did something in a certain way, we're just asking.
Do you want to understand the complexities of the interwoven Temple Beth El family? Who's related to him, to whom, and to him? Which kids belong to which parent? Which families are multi-generational? And the names of each and every one of them. Just ask Elan. See a face in an old TBE photo and want to know who it is? Just ask Elan. Tradition. Bob, that was your cue. Tradition. Thank you. Want to know 16 melodies for the Micha Mocha? Want songs in Hebrew, Yiddish, or Ladino? Just ask Elan. And we're not even going there when it comes to the trivia of Disney or Broadway shows and their tunes.
Okay, I'll do it. Sunrise, sunset.
You're not supposed to crack us up. Okay, go
I
ahead.
apologize.
I know.
Swiftly fly the years, one season following another, laden with happiness and tears. We don't remember growing older. When did he? Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers. Oh, Gail, that's beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. I didn't write it.
Okay. Blossoming even as we gaze. Babies he named becoming parents. Parents becoming grandparents. B'nai mitzvah numbering in the hundreds. But still, he's our technology guy. Our resident IT guy. Our resident expert on wireless microphones, sound
Not so much tonight.
Oh,
just saying.
come on. We even tried to fix it and we couldn't. Musical Shabbats, the built-in projectors, phone systems, and security cameras. The list goes on and on. Sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match, find me a find, catch me a catch. I'm not singing. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Okay, I do have to admit that setting up Elan and Jody was really a plot that Ellie and I conceived of close to 2 decades ago. Wow, 2 decades sounds so much longer than a mere 20 years. But I do want to give you a quick synopsis of how their courtship went. Yeah, don't worry, Jody. And just in case you haven't heard, I knew Elan, Elliot knew Jody. Elliot and I were dating, but it took us 3 years to convince them to go on a blind date. What it took was taking them to a black tie benefit dinner so many years ago. Elan and Elliot were in tuxes, Jody and I in evening gowns. Cereal at midnight at the rooftop bar of the Bonaventure. Truly a magical evening. A few weeks later, maybe it was a whole 2 months, engaged. Married within 9 months of their first date. Now, wait. Now wait, don't go there. 9 months doesn't mean anything because Jordan was married about 3 years later. Was married? More, 4. Born. Sorry, Jordan, when you're listening. But Elliot and I closed our matchmaking business right after that, as we were batting 1,000, and there was no way to improve on this perfect match. Eric, though, I do have a question for you. Do we love him?
Do we love him? Who are we, Tevye and Goldie? Do we love him? He's here for 25 years. And now you ask? Of course we do. For 25 years, we all have laughed with him, cried with him. Yeah, we've produced concerts with him, cooked dinners with him, attended ball games with him, studied Torah, dined and dieted, dined again. Dieted again? Okay, never mind. I'm back on. Yeah.
Dieted
Went to
and
bartending class, listened to concerts under the stars, supported his work with the interfaith community. For 25 years, we have sent our kids to camp in Washington, D.C. with him, knowing that they were in good hands. We have been blessed to travel with Israel with him and shared his love of the Holy Land. We have celebrated with him and embraced him as he was celebrated by others. Do we love him?
Yes, of course we do.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
So I know that the cantor wants to say a few words as well, and so as he pulls himself together after that, invite him to say those words now.
So, wow. Anybody who knew me in high school knew that humility was not a word that I understood. And it was something that I learned throughout college, but this is truly one of the most humbling moments in my life. Just this past weekend, I took some of our teens to Washington, D.C., and I watched them. I watched them as they looked at this massive concept of our legislature and wondered if they had a voice, if they could really make change. And then I watched some of them go and speak to the chief of staff in Congressman Liu's office. And after they spoke to him about their topic, and it was the only topic in the room of the 4 that were spoken about that Congressman Liu had not signed on to, his chief of staff looked at them and said, "What was that number again? What was that legislative number? Because I got to go look that up and we got to figure out why Congressman Liu is not on that." And in a moment, our teens understood that they truly had a voice. My sister wasn't lying when she said that she bullied me into applying for this job 25 and a half, 26 years ago, whatever it was at this point. And I remember still being in the kitchen because, let's face it, when you smell Hamantash and being baked in the kitchen, where do you go? You don't go out to break in the patio with your 7th graders. You go to the kitchen because there might be something yummy waiting for you there. And I walked into the kitchen and I met a lot of you. The Scholes were there, the Byers, Bob Byer was the president at the time. I think Susan Goldstein was in there, maybe baking some Hamantaschen too, I can't remember. There were so many. And I remember Bob Byer walking up to me at that moment and he said, "Hey, I hear you're a cantor." And I said, "Well, yes." And he says, "You know, we're looking for a new cantor here. I'd like to see your resume." And I looked at him and I said, I'm not so sure this is what I want. And he looked at me and he said, I'm not so sure I want to hire you. And I appreciated his chutzpah, and I went home and I called my sister. And I called her because I knew that she and my brother-in-law had been working in the Jewish community their entire lives. And I said, am I nuts? Because when I was 10 years old, I had great clarity in my life. And someone said to me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, anything where I don't work for the Jews. What was it that Cantor Radwine said? Man plans, God laughs. But my sister did say to me, I believe the exact words were, don't be a schmuck. Send in your resume, go through the process, see what happens. And just like those kids in Washington, D.C., I went through a process of learning. And I sat down at a table with many, many, many of you who were on the search committee and an amazing group that was on that committee. And I still remember sitting at the very end of the table was Rabbi David Lieb of blessed memory, my very dear, dear friend. And at the end of the interview, they said, do you have any questions for us, Cantor Davidson? And I knew that I had access to Bob Byer and other people on the board. I could find out, usually at that moment you say, what's the compensation package? What's the this? What's the that? I knew I could find that out. And I looked at this wonderful committee and I said, I'd just like to know one thing. What is it that you want in your cantor? And at that point, in his inimitable style, Rabbi Lieb pushed away from the table, crossed his legs, put his hands on his knee and said, I'll take that one. And he began to describe the colleague that he was looking for. And I fell in love. And I knew at that very moment exactly where I was supposed to be. One of my favorite Torah portions is the portion where, Jacob has the ladder to heaven and wrestles with God. And at the end of wrestling with God, what does he say? He says, Ach ein yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh ve'anochi lo yadati. Behold, God was in this place, and I did not know. Oftentimes at our meditation service, I look at our small community there, and I say, we have to be better than Jacob. We have to be the ones who say, Ach ein yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh ve'anochi yadati. Behold, God is in this place, and I know. I know. A couple of years ago, my friend Sandy Sherman and her writing colleague Michelle Browerman wrote a beautiful song. And it's now the title of my new CD that just dropped today. It's not an ad yet. But I want to share with you this song as a song of blessing from me to you as you have been my blessing for 25 years. City streets, bleak and gray, heaven seems so far away, till I saw one blade of grass reaching for the sky, pushing through hard cement with a purpose and intent.
I began to realize there's more than meets the eye. God is in this place, in every single face. God's in every breath I take and everywhere I go. I can see God's face, feel a warm embrace. God is in this place, but somehow I did not know. Breaking news, hurricane, devastation, loss and pain. How can anyone explain the tragedy inside? Hearts unite, hands reach out. Suddenly there is no doubt. When the kindness in mankind shines with holy light. God is in this place, every touch of grace. God's in every breath I take and everywhere I go. I can see God's face, feel a warm embrace. God is in this place, but till now I did not know. And in those moments when my thoughts embrace the dark, the tiny trembling spark inside reminds me God is in this place, in every living face. God is in my every deed and every seed I sow, in every path I trace, every sacred space. God is in this place, and now at last I know, and now at last I know. When Rabbi Lieb and I would put our hands on the kepis of our children, of our B'nai Mitzvah, and bless them, we would oftentimes share with each other the reciprocal feeling that we would feel coming back through our hands into our bodies. Every blessing that I have been able to give you over 25 years has come back to me tenfold. And you, Temple Beth El, are the blessing. Thank you for honoring me this weekend.
So just one last thing. Because I've only had the blessing of knowing you for a year. But in that year, I found a partner who I feel so blessed every single day to be able to lead this congregation with. Someone who we can bounce ideas off of each other and we can push each other, and I think we're better because of the way that we work with one another. But just now you offered a a stunning blessing to this congregation, a blessing completely from your heart, as every blessing that you offer is. And I'd like to offer you a blessing in this moment as well. So I need you to come closer for this. Mishaberach Avotenu v'Yemotenu. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless you, Elan Davidson, as we celebrate these 25 years of your cantorate. As you have brought your congregation inspiration through music and words and action, may you continue to be inspired by the phenomenal leaders and members of our community. As you have comforted so many people within our community at times of distress, so may you always feel comfort and gentle love from your temple family. As you have celebrated with families during simchas great and small, so may you feel all of the love and joy at this celebration today and carry it with you for all time. May you know that your work as a leader in the Los Angeles community, working for a more peaceful, accepting, and compassionate society, makes an enormous impact, even when progress is slow and stagnant. That your dedication to the youth of our community and the URJ camps is not just noticed, but has made a meaningful difference in the lives of countless Jewish families, many of whom are here today. May you forever remember this day, on which so many of us in this community have shared and will continue to share memories with you, about the enormous impact that you have had on all of our lives. May you know that you are a blessing to so many people, both in and outside of these walls. May God bless you as you continue your service. May you continue to grow as a person and a cantor, finding new joy and inspiration in the many years ahead. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may this be God's will. And the priestly benediction, which you said just a few moments ago that you have given so many times, I'd like to offer to you at this moment. And I'm a little shorter, so it's going to be a little harder. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Yer Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May God put his countenance upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God lift up God's face to you and always grant you peace. And together we say, Amen. We move to the concluding prayers of our service. And I know it's hard to make that transition because there's so much in this moment, there's so much more that has yet to be said, and I hope that we can find time to say it, both in public and also in private. But we move to this Aleinu prayer, this prayer in which we look to God and say, God, I hope for a day that is even more perfect. And you know what? Today is pretty perfect as it is. But it gives us an aspiration of so much more that we have yet to do. So I invite everyone to turn in their prayer books, page 586 for Aleinu. Please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וקור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. And we have a few announcements to be offered that Linda will offer on behalf of the board.
This has been really an emotional evening. I remember when Elon first came. It's been a while, so just so exciting to be with you today. I'm here representing the board of directors, and once again, I'd like to wish the Cantor Mazel Tov on your silver anniversary here at Temple Beth El. I won't repeat what's all been said. It's here, but it's all been said so many times, and it's all true, and it's wonderful, and it just warms my heart to have been here to see it all. So congratulations to you and your family on this special milestone. We're all, I know, immensely grateful to be here with you. So just to kind of catch you up on everything that's following tonight, immediately following services, we invite you to join us in Al Manuel Hall and outside in the courtyard as well for the Oneg Shabbat. Tonight's Oneg is hosted by your board of directors and coordinated by Gail Birch. So as always, the Sisterhood Gift Shop will be open following services as well, and we encourage you to go in, and we thank you for your support in advance. If you have anything to purchase, we have a lovely gift shop. If you're new to our congregation, I'd like to welcome you to Temple of Beth El. Please stay for the Oneg so that Rabbi Kale, our cantor, and members of our leadership can say hello to you. And please join us back here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for our service of healing for body, mind, and soul, which you've heard about this evening. If you or a loved one are in need of healing or provide care for someone who is ill or are praying for the health and well-being of a loved one, please join us for this special service that utilizes a blend of music, poetry, prayer, and meditation. And something I've been involved in is the World Zionist Congress election. It is now open, and you can vote. If you haven't voted yet, be sure and do so tonight. We have a table outside with a lot of information about how to do it. Your votes are really critical to maintaining a large reform presence in Israel. We urge you to share this idea and the need to vote with everyone you know. Your votes have a direct impact on how Judaism is practiced in Israel. And also there's a Shabbat around the table, which will take place on Friday, February 28th. Join other temple members in home settings as we gather for an intimate Shabbat dinner. To make your reservation, there's forms outside, I believe, which you should fill out and send in so that we'll know you're interested in becoming a part of this Shabbat around the table. And finally, I'm pleased to announce that Cantor Davidson's 25th anniversary musical celebration, God is in This Place, right over there, is now available. He didn't nudge me to do it. It's on here. It was a slight nudge, maybe. It's a beautiful collection of liturgical melodies written by Cantor Davidson and his friends. Purchase your CD or digital download code tonight. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. Toward the end of our service, we always take a moment to remember people who have died in recent weeks and at this time in years past. If I read aloud the name of a loved one, I invite you to rise if you're able to do so. Today, we are observing the yahrzeit of Jerome Abrams, Sophie Anderson, Milton Balsam, Morris Becker, Jerome Block, Barbara Bose, Morris Budav, Jack Brickman, Ethel Sally Bowden, Alan Carlin, Eleanor Cook, Sally Davis, Hy Falbell, Halbert Fiebelman, William Frack Felberg, Frank Fine, Leo Fisher-Finzi, Jenny Gallant, Al Gardner, May Getzoff, Carolyn Ginsberg, Leslie Goldenberg, Gallardo Gonzalez, Raphael Gottesman, Helene Greenstein, Virginia Herman, Toby Kaplan, Abraham Karp, Jean Katowitz, Nathan Kaufman, Milton Klein, Sylvia Kovitz, Lori Ann Kramer Uminski, Dr. Gilbert Krause, Irving Lambert, Glenn Lawrence, Alfred Leach, Sidney Liebling, Louis Mandel, Louis Morer, Anna Mora, Julia Morris, Betty Ostrin, Irving Picard, Thomas Putker, Sidney Richards, Louis Rockoff, Nancy Rose, Ida Schmuckler, Dorothy Shipman, Fred Spector, Jacob Startz, Max Steinhaus, Harriet Stern, Celia Sugarman, Rosamond Charlotte, Venezuela, Howard Weiss, Alex Sachs, Esther Zamos Turk, Raymond M. Ziegler, and Abraham Zisgrove. For all of these people whose names we've said out loud, for all the people whose names are in our hearts, and for all the people who have no one to say Kaddish for them, I invite us all to rise as a community, if we're able, and turn to page 598 for the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon u'v'yomachon u'v'chayei et kol Beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya, yitparach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tishbachata v'nechemata, damiram be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and all Israel, to which we say, Amen.
Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
'Cause
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you, Moody Jews.
Shabbat shalom. Oh my goodness. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you. You guys were amazing. Thank you so much. Incredible.